Yeah, g'day Malcolm. Hopefully you're doing well there in Japan or wherever you might be at the moment. I'm sort of sick of Thailand. It's just too third world for me. I have to tell you that working at a Thai university, it's like working within a chiefdom where there's one chief and the rules can change day by day depending on your race and nationality. I'm a bit sick of that kind of world, that racial world. I just have no interest in the system. The saving face thing gets a little bit out of hand. It gets to the point where if you're a non-Thai, you can be blamed for anything. I think traveling here for 2 weeks it's okay, but if you're here for longer than say 6 months, I think it drags on you because you think it's going to get better, but it sort of doesn't. It's a very much a short-term place, a lot of spontaneity. They'll tell you one thing, do a completely different thing. So, for example, with my research degree, I said at my interview at this new university, I need time to do it. So they're like, of course, we understand. I start and I realize that they're not going to give me that time. There's a main faculty that asked me to do a presentation on my research stuff and digital transformation and artificial intelligence in education. So I say, okay, I'll do it as a Griffith University student, not as an employee. They said, okay. So what do? They make the promotional material with my image, with the International College logo. So of course the International College Dean comes to me and says, how dare you do this? I said, I told them not to. Here's the communication, here's the email I have with them that I was saying I'm doing it as a Griffith University student, not related to the college. Those facts were ignored because that would mean that they would have to get an apology out of a Thai person, right? But instead they said, no, you did this. And I go, well, the emails prove I didn't. But I still got the blame. I got the warning letter, and I just told her, right, I'm out. If that's your attitude, then what's next, So anyway, I'm sick of this place. It's just too, look, there's a difference in culture, that I don't think can be overcome. I think there's a developmental issue in the mindset. Somebody that's been here for a very long time said, think of Thai people as over-emotional 14-year-old girls. And that was a Thai person that said that, who had spent 12 years in the US as a professor. And I was like, yep, I think he's got that one there. So anyway, I'm making an attempt to go back to Japan. I don't care what I do, just get back there. But what I'll also be doing is setting up nipponassist.com, which we're going to try to get guest houses together so people can stay at guest houses. You can watch the other video I'll send to you. I'll put a link below. People can stay there and have a much better experience than staying in a little hotel. And because some people like us, we can stay for 3 months on a tourist visa, so they can probably go to 3 different regions in Japan in a guest house, a larger 2-3 bedroom place than the little hotel room, and really get out and experience more of the countryside of Japan. This might also work in regards to the health options available in Japan. There is a lot of interest in life longevity, and Japan has it, and people are wanting to go to Japan for medical reasons as well. So I've been speaking to somebody here in Bangkok who goes to my university. He's Japanese, his family own hotels in Japan. He's just said, wow, you blow me away with everything you've just told me in regards to people, medical tourism. We didn't know about that, but also staying in the akiya, or the guest houses, I guess, start off as akiya homes, but it could just be a much more rounded opportunity to experience Japan. Because trust me, no one wants to stay in Tokyo for a month. I mean, why would you? There's nothing. The countryside's beautiful. It's stunning. I regret leaving Japan. I regret that. Everything about it. This place is wrong. They don't understand maintenance. They don't understand how to maintain quality. Everything crumbles and breaks. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, and there's no one there to fix it because they haven't learnt that process. You know, they're very, what is it called, polychronic culture. It's very much immediate rewards only. And you know, I'll put in this email I'm sending you how I sort of negotiated that how Thais are. Basically, they can't. You could offer a Thai person and a Japanese person this. Okay, you can work with me for 5 days straight. At the end of 5 days, I'll give you $10, and we can continue this relationship forever. Or I'll pay you $1 today. You have to stab me in the back and we will never work again, and you will never be able to work with me or anybody I know again. Japanese person will immediately pick A. They'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Longevity, long term, able to maintain some balance and consistency. Thai person will never pick A. That is out of the question. Get that dollar now and don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. I'll just scam somebody else tomorrow. That's really the breakdown, and I don't think you can do it. People that have lived here for a long time have told me to get out. I don't have kids or anything here, so get out because you don't have any responsibilities here. Even a guy that's doing really well in the fine art, in the jewelry business here, with 2 kids, he says, "I tell you what, if I had my time again, I would never come here, even though I'm making about 200,000 US a year. I wouldn't stay." But 2 kids and a wife, so what are you going to do? But anyway, getting back to it. So the idea is that I might be able to get investors or sort of people involved in setting up guest houses in specific areas. So, you know, we might be able to, say in Oita, you know, near Oita station, you know, 2 or 3 guest houses that people can go to. Then we organise maps and a translator just on the telephone app. Available, even they need translation as well. The people that are actually using our services, they'll get access to that through the app. But I think it'd be a really good way for people to experience Japan. And yeah, we'll have some around the onsen areas of you know, Kumamoto or Oita as well. You know. It's Japan, of course. There's onsens everywhere. Akita, most beautiful prefecture. If you've ever been there, it's beautiful. But yeah, I'm just sort of burnt out from this place. It's just they're never going to develop past what they are now. They just can't. It's just not going to work in their society. You know? And I hate to sound terrible, but I just don't see them doing it. So yeah, I might as well just try to go back and build this thing up because I think it could work. At the same time, I'm now emailing Japanese universities to see if they would support my thesis studies and work there part-time or something like that. I'm pretty sure one will say okay. But also Griffith University, I'm just asking them, although I don't think they're really designed for it. I think that if you're asking for anything out of the standard stuff they have, they're just useless as anybody else in that regard. So anyway, hopefully you're having a fantastic day and doing something awesome. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, see ya.